Select 1 Romeo departure, runway 23 right, squawk 5227.
Okay, welcome to the stream, everybody. So we're flying from Manchester to Guernsey. Shared cockpit again, actually, so this is the second time we've tried this. Hopefully have a little bit more fuel on board, that's for sure. Welcome, Jerry. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi Dan, how are you doing? We're all very welcome. It's good to join you again. It was a great experience last night, and hopefully we can do pretty much the same today.
Definitely.
Oh,
thanks.
Runway 23 right.
Yeah, thanks to everybody that's joined. Like I say, there's 80 of you over on the TikTok side, and I think there's a couple of viewers over on the Twitch, and a few viewers on the YouTube as well. So we're live with VATSIM, so it will make it a little bit more realistic as well. And yeah, let's get started and let's get the cockpit set up. So we've already done a few things already with the aircraft, and we've powered up on the external power. But let's go through the flow. So external power, battery is APU on. Wait a few seconds. Seatbelt signs on, auto and armed. Okay, crew supply is on, ADIRS, all on. We'll turn the fuel pumps on ready. And I think that covers everything. We've already done the fire test before the stream.
Yeah.
And we can go over to our box and we'll just make sure that the gates. Okay, I think the stairs are they're ready for the passengers to board, so we can go and get them boarded.
I also just went and got you the weather there ahead, Dan. I don't know whether it's visible in the center console.
Not yet, but what I'll do is I will print that off for a second time, and just by magic, it should.
It should appear again.
It should appear again. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's go back to the main menu and get the passengers. So, how many passengers? We've got 72 passengers. Very, very small number, that is.
It's very thin. I think people are dropping off with decide to stay at home for a while now. You know.
Well, we're going to start boarding, and hopefully you'll be able to hear those passengers come through. You might be able to help me with that, Jerry, if you can hear those come through.
Yeah, not really on this side, but that's I was expecting that.
Okay, that's fine. Can everybody hear the passengers boarding over on TikTok and Twitch and YouTube? I want to hear that. Ah, okay, it's your home airport.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I think I saw that the other in the stream at one stage. Whether I can't remember if it was last night or maybe one or two streams before that, but that was requested.
Fantastic.
Excellent. We're here to satisfy everybody, huh?
Definitely. Okay, so let's carry on setting up the box. So runway that we're going to be departing on is runway 2. So what's the winds at the moment? So 190, 8 knots.
I was just listening to air traffic control there, Dan, and I think we were departing off the Westleys off 23 right. However, if you want, I'll go and get a clearance and
okay, yeah,
and that'll do it. Do you
that'd be great. Yeah, let's
go
and get the clearance, Jerry.
I'll just have them tune in there. I'll give them a shout. Manchester ground, good afternoon. Easy 1431 stand 8, request clearance to Guernsey Airbus 320.
Easy 143 Manchester ground, good afternoon. You are cleared to Guernsey on the Cookson 1 Romeo departure, runway 23 right, squawk 1074.
Squawk 1074, Cookson 1 Romeo 23 right, easy 143.
Easy 143, we're back connect.
There we go.
Okay.
So
is that right? Just confirm? Yeah.
Yeah, it says so. The Cookson is an altitude of 5,000 feet. The Cookson 1 Romeo of 23 right, which is looks like it's in the box there.
Yeah.
And your squawk is 1074. It's on your side. You can place it on auto, and it's on above. Excellent. There you go.
Okay, auto, and we're there. Yeah, you can hear them clearly. Fantastic. So we can't actually hear it this side, you see. So just on the stream purposes anyway. So let's just make sure that we're not missing any comments.
Alright, what else? Kilo Roger. Taxi and hold short of Bravo by Juliet Foxtrot.
Whoa, there's loads of shares going out.
Yeah. Look at all those shares.
Look at those.
Crazy. Crazy. Thank you, 100 IQ Clan 5. That's amazing. Joe Mack just suggested a flight on your recent video. Oh, okay, Joe Mack. We'll have to check that out after. And thank you, Mohammed, over on the YouTube as well. I do appreciate it.
74 Romeo Whiskey. You're able to make the right turn on Delta.
All right. So in terms of our destination, at the
for now,
moment,
taxi Holland Point Kilo 1 via Delta Papa and Kilo.
we're expecting. Oops. So if we have a look at the wind on that. Where is the wind? Okay, 210, 15 knots. So we should be expecting 27.
Back at the ground, good afternoon. Speedbird 612 is with you.
And do you know what?
With Juliet.
Have you got the departure? Sorry,
I do indeed. I have it here. Yeah.
Speedbird 612, Manchester Ground.
What do we have as the star?
Again, you're at 12 Cante.
Samba 1 Romeo departure. On the far side.
Right,
I believe
0751.
it's going to be the Big No. The Big No.
0751 squawk, Samba 1 Romeo 23 right. Speedbird 612.
Big No 1 Golf.
Shamrock,
Okay,
Speedbird 612, will be back correct. Break, Shamrock 1 Alpha Kilo, give way to the KLM 737800, passing right to left on Kilo. Then taxi holding point, Mike, correction, Juliet 1 by Juliet Foxtrot.
Turn down the audio on.
Oh, that's a good view from the outside.
I think that's a good view. Okay.
Taxi, give way to the Jet A320, passing right to left on Panda.
Dear.
Then taxi holding point,
Still
Kilo
got some
1
departure
by
issues on the
Kilo.
ground at the moment, have we, Jerry?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a good view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. Okay, so that's all set up.
Taxi holding point Kilo
We
1
go through
via
obviously
Lima, Papa and Kilo.
the radio nav. So do we have any frequencies that we should be tuning to for the VOR?
I don't know. Just wondering, what fuel did we decide earlier on?
That's a good point. So we need to have a look at the fuel. So we've got a target of 5.4 tons, so let's say 5.5, and that's including our extra that we put in. So
I didn't see the fuel truck turn up. I was like, where is he?
So we'll get that in. So 5.5 tons, and we'll start the fuel in. So estimated 3 minutes for that fuel to go in, and we'll just see how our passengers are getting on with the summit. Okay, 72 passengers are now boarded, so we're just going to wait for the fuel, and we'll be ready then to get our continue and ready to get prepared for pushback, I'd imagine. We've got the QNH in actually.
Kilo, contact tower 118.
Yeah, the QNH is 1007. I set that earlier on the altimeter.
Fantastic.
DC74 Romeo Whiskey, same for you. Tower 118.
Do you fancy doing a brief, or would you like me to give a brief, or are you happy with just the way it's all set up?
Okay, well, yeah. Do you want to start the brief while we're waiting for that fuel to?
Yeah, because you have a minute or two there. So today we're parked on stand 8 in Manchester. When we push back, we're expecting air traffic control to clear us out via Lima, and then down the line, Kilo Juliet all the way to holding point runway 23 right. When we get on the runway, we'll check the target is set, and we'll call 100 knots speed. We'll rotate, we'll monitor any instruments, any failures affecting safety, then I'll call it, and you can decide whether to go or reject the takeoff. If you do decide it, you close the thrust levers and you select the max reverse. I'll call spoilers on that we're actually decelerating. We won't do anything till we come to a stop. On the runway, we'll set the parking brake and we'll just assess the situation. But once we go, you continue that takeoff, and I'll just raise those landing gear for you, and we silence any oral warnings. And then we basically just sit, have a look, assess the situation. If we need to come back in, you'll make the decision. If not, we'll continue on and take the problem into the air.
Easy for Romeo Echo, man.
Any questions?
Very good.
No, that's I'm happy with that.
Readability is 5.
Thank you.
You are cleared to
Tuki 89, are you doing an A to B flight? Yes, we're going from Manchester to Guernsey. So we're just waiting for the fuel to finish off. We're nearly there. We're at 5 tons already. 5.5, and then we can get our clearance for pushback and start, I believe, isn't it, Jerry?
Yeah, we'll get that in performance, and then we're good to go.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's.
780 pass message. No worries, continue. Juliet 1.
Okay, so if we put in the Echo Golf.
And Channel 7 Juliet Sierra, you can contact Tower 118.625. Good day.
Performance. So yeah, we'll wait until we've finished. I think we're there. 5 points.
Manchester Ground, good afternoon, Monarch.
Yeah,
30 Papa, we're on stand at 29. Airbus A300 with information Juliet, request clearance to Palmer.
Monarch 30 Papa, very good afternoon. You are cleared to Palmer on the Tampa 1 Romeo departure, runway 22 right, squawk 4463.
Cleared to Palmer, Samba 1 Romeo, squawk 4463, Monarch 30 Papa.
Monarch 30 Papa, read back, correct.
That looks about right, yeah.
And yeah, if we go to performance pages, we need to get our weight and balance of the aircraft.
Yeah.
So 25.25, so 25.3.
I think off the top of my head that works out with 0 here.
Okay.
The trim.
Oops. So just, oops. Five. 25.3 was it?
Yeah, I think it's nearly 0. You'd call it 0 up or something like that. That be about right?
84 Romeo Echo, request start. 84 Romeo Echo, stand 1, push to start, approved face. So
oh yeah, it's 0.2. 0.2 up, sorry. 0.2.
Yeah, 0.2.
Yeah. Push and approved face west, Guinness 100, 84 Romeo Echo.
Or is it actually, is it closer to 0.5, would you say? Or 0.4?
Okay, yeah, it won't make much of a difference, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so 1.4 up. And reset those. So in the real aircraft, Jerry,
yeah.
These V1 speeds are V2, V3, sorry, V1 and V2. Will the computer generate those like that, or do you have to actually manually calculate those figures, or are they in the load sheet?
No, basically what happens when the load sheet comes in and all the data is placed into the MacDo, we also have a separate piece of software that we crawl the performance data variables into it, and that comes up and generates best flaps configuration, what to use for the flex if we need to use the flex, and then it actually calculates the speeds for you as well.
Oh, okay, and then you manually put those in.
You'll transfer those in there, and you cross-check them with the other pilots as well, just to make sure both of you get the same information. It's important.
Yeah. Okay, so so those performances are in, and we have a look at the IRS, sorry.
Yeah.
So they're all aligned.
You're all good to go.
Okay, so are you happy with everything so far?
I think we're good. Close up the doors and get it going.
Okay. Okay, the stairs are away and the doors look like they're all locked, and the green cargo doors are locked. So we'll lock the cockpit next. And we can. Do you want to call for pushback and start?
Yeah,
or
we have
do a checklist beforehand.
We do our before start check. Sorry, yeah, before start checklist. Yeah.
Okay, so start up. APU master is on. APU start. On.
They're all started. Yeah.
Yeah. MACD weights inserted.
Completed.
MACD takeoff performance.
Completed.
V speeds.
Completed.
APU bleed
is on.
External power
is now handed back over. You can disconnect it where you wish.
Okay.
Drop West 26, push and start approved, face west, QNH 1008. 1008.
There you go, yeah.
And seatbelt signs
is on.
Is on. Air conditioning packs
are on.
Alright, okay. Pre-start checklist complete. Pushback and startup. Windows and doors closed and locked.
Checks.
Cockpit door
is locked.
Fuel pumps
are all on.
Beacon
is on.
Okay, and steering pin inserted. Transponder auto.
It's on auto.
TCAS standby.
It's on standby.
And clock ET is on run.
We don't need that for the moment.
Okay. And parking brake
is set.
Okay. All right. Ready for you to get the clearance?
I'll get.
130 Papa, stand 29, push and start approved, face south, QNH 1008.
Push and start approved, face south 1008, 130 Papa.
ED4 Romeo Echo, ready for taxi. ED4 Romeo Echo, roger, taxi, holding point Mike 1, runway 23 right, via Juliet Echo, Bravo and Juliet. Mike 123 right by Juliet Echo, Bravo and Juliet, ED4 Romeo Echo.
Manchester ground, easy 143, ground stand 8, request push and start.
Easy 143, stand 8, push and start approved, face south, QNH 1008.
Push and start approved, facing south 1008 to easy 143. So push and start facing south, so that's a pushback with a tail to the left.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft.
Okay, let's
call the
pushback truck.
Showing the exit routes, oxygen masks,
cockpit to ground,
and brace position.
This is ground. Stand by.
Brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails,
okay, sir, the bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
Put the mask over your nose.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Hold in place with the
okay, lifting the aircraft.
Okay, you can let me know when you're releasing the brake.
Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist.
Okay,
Click
so
together.
Cockpit to ground.
The strap to adjust.
Go ahead.
Do not inflate.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Outside, inflate by pulling
okay,
the toggle.
Cleared for push start.
If it fails to
please release
or
parking brake.
Releasing parking brake now.
Into the tube.
Brakes release.
Parking brakes are released.
For attracting attention.
Commencing pushback.
We also
you can start the engines in
flotation
sequence.
for children.
It will start in the sequence.
So facing south, so like you said, tail to the left, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
We wish you a pleasant flight with EasyJet.
Here's a little point to note, Dan. When you start one of the engines, look at the brake accumulator pressure. You'll see it popping up into green.
Okay.
As it repressurizes. Okay. Remember we spoke about that with the pump before. You'll see it do it on its own now.
Okay, so engine starts.
Ignition starts
and
taxi for now. Holding point November Charlie 1.
Number 2.
Fine, November Charlie.
November Charlie 1. Bieber 612.
I'll look outside.
Okay.
A little turn to the sharp turn now, tail to the left. Yeah, that's it. You'll see the yellow line coming into focus.
Yeah, I've got that now.
Super. That track IR is just incredible.
When's yours coming then?
I don't know. It's in the mysterious post. Excellent.
And I'll just get us back on the line there.
Okay, push back completed. Please set your parking brake.
Setting parking brake.
130 Papa, Raptor, taxi, holding point, Juliet 1, runway 23 right via Delta, Papa, Kilo and Juliet.
Okay, lowering aircraft.
You may disconnect.
Okay.
Delta, Papa, Kilo, Juliet 2, holding point,
We're
Juliet 1.
disconnecting, so
30 Papa.
Have a good flight.
okay, so
Holding position, waiting for the visual.
To
Thank you
Alpha,
and
continue,
goodbye.
taxi, holding point, Mike 1, runway 23 right via November Charlie, Echo, Delta, Papa, Kilo and Juliet.
Continue, November Charlie, Echo Delta, Papa.
We'll try the other engine now, will we?
yes, try the other engine. So I didn't know whether it didn't say available, but unless it already flicked up.
No, that's okay. Yeah. It actually popped up on my side there.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking elsewhere.
Okay, so before taxi checklist, auto brake.
Well, we just keep an eye on this engine, make sure everything starts, and we'll do an after start after that. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that's a good. That's it. Yeah, sorry. I'm still trying to get used to this multi-crew.
Manchester ground, very good.
Yeah, it takes some time.
You are clear to Bilbao, Cookson 1 Romeo departure, runway 23 right, squawk 3256.
Clear Bilbao, Cookson 1 Romeo 23 right, 3256, Easy 89 Papa Lima.
Easy 89 Papa Lima, read back connect.
Super. So I'm going to switch my engine ignition to mode normal.
Mode normal.
Okay. And you go upstairs.
And just a question with that mode select switch. When do you ever use crank?
That would be for if you needed, say you had a bit of a difficult start and there was say some fuel within the engine. And there's a procedure where you would actually just crank the engine over to clear out what's in there.
Okay, got you. Is this the A320X fly-by-wire? Yes, it is. Yeah,
absolutely. It's such a difference from stock on the Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, I mean, they've really done a great job on this.
Okay, so after engine start, so engine mode selector normal, APU bleed off. Have you switched that bleed off, by the way? So.
I haven't. Sorry, I was just doing the other stuff. So APU bleed, yeah, it's off there. Yeah.
Okay. APU master switch off.
It's off.
And anti-ice as required.
Today is plus 13 on the departure. It is a bit rainy out there, but we're above 10 degrees, so I'd say for the departure we don't need it.
Okay, great. Okay, so before taxi checklist, is that okay with you?
Yeah, I just did the arm spoilers. The rudder is 0, flaps of 1 set, and you've set the trim. So before, so the after start is anti-ice.
Anti-ice off, unchecked.
Engine mode select.
Normal.
Rudder trim.
0.
And the pitch trim.
Pitch trim is set at 0.
Okay, that 113, Manchester ground, very good afternoon.
Okay, flight instruments we checked earlier, and the ECAM status.
ECAM status page is normal.
And that is the after start checklist complete.
Okay.
Super.
So taxi checklist, nose light to taxi, runway lights on.
KLM 113, that is not the information I require. I need your aircraft type and stand number.
Sorry, strobes are not on. Strobes are on auto. Parking brake off and takeoff config check.
Monarch 30, Papa, contact tower 118.625. Good day and Happy New Year.
Parking brake.
Tower 118.625.
We'll get
the taxi first, yeah,
Monarch
exactly.
30, Papa, bye.
That's just me. Well, it wasn't a takeoff. It's just, now you've got the ECAM memo with no blue on it. Okay. Manchester ground, easy 143, request taxi.
Easy 143, roger, standby break. Speed with 62 Alpha, contact tower 118.625. Good day, New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well, thank you very much. 118.625, speed with 62 Alpha.
Easy 143, thank you for standing by. Taxi now, holding point Mike 1, runway 23 right via Lima, Papa, Kilo and Juliet.
Via Mike 1, Lima, Papa, Kilo, Juliet, hold short 23 right, easy 143. Okay, I'll get that for you now then.
Okay.
So basically you're going straight ahead.
Okay.
And then you're going to the left, and then you go to the outside taxi, the taxi place, sorry, the taxiway that is adjacent to the runway, and that'll take you from, that's Kilo, and then it turns into Juliet all the way, by Mike.
Alright, well if you guide me, so straight ahead.
Yeah, I'll guide you,
yeah. Okie dokie.
Super.
Okay, parking brake off.
Yeah, I gotta move these thrust levers the same here.
Okay.
I'd say if you get around 10-15 knots.
All stations information. Kilo is now current new QNH 1007. New QNH 1007.
I'll get that for you.
Okay, thank you, Jerry.
1007.
And where am I taking this turn? To the right?
Okay, follow it to the left.
Yeah.
You're heading out towards the runway, but you're not going to.
Okay.
You're not going to go onto it, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
Manchester ground.
And then left again, yeah, straight on.
KLM 113, aircraft type Airbus A320.
KLM 113, thank you. The flight plan you filed is invalid. Can you accept a Sandba departure? I'll send
Yeah,
it.
keep going, yeah.
No,
you're right, you're okay. Yeah, forward and left.
Forward and left.
There we go. If you go onto the runway, we'll end up getting into trouble.
That's fine.
Or hitting him. And you follow that line most of the way down. I'll just confirm that he wants us to go from Mike, which is an intersection. It ain't quite full length, okay?
Okay, no worries.
And easy 143. Confirm you want us to depart from intersection, Mike?
Runway
Cross
Okay,
radios.
113, roger, standby, I'll amend flight plan break. Easy 143, you were blocked, pass message.
Just checking, you want us to go from intersection Mike and not full length Juliet?
If you require full length, I can send you to Juliet 1, but if you're alright with Mike, you can take Mike.
Mike will do that. That's great, thank you.
Alright.
So I'll tell you where Mike is. If you're taxiing down, would you like me to just double check everything for the departure?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, Jerry, thanks so much.
Okay, so just that's all good. It's on, you can collect.
So this is Manchester for those
KLM
that watch.
113, I need you at an odd flight level. Can you accept flight level 350 or 370?
This is Mike, I'm guessing.
Mike is a bit further on down. No. It's,
okay.
Yeah. See where he is there on the runway?
Easy
Yeah.
143,
If I was to say about 100, 200
this
yards.
is hotel. Sorry,
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. We'd be a bit tight getting off the runway there. We tried to depart from that. The runway will run out very quickly.
Timo on YouTube said we'll be interested to land an A320 in Guernsey.
Yeah, it is. It's short enough, but it can be done. So I just double check this is Mike here.
Easy 89 Papa Lima, stand 4, push and start approved, face down from QNH 1007, information kilo current.
Just hold there.
Push through, face south 107, and we'll check kilo easy 89 Papa Lima.
Excellent.
That's the benefit of the track IR5, you know, you can look over, zoom in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I'd say don't charge that one.
Oh, wait, I'm not going to cross it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to cross it.
the clearance is sent in text, read back is required.
I've got my foot on the brakes, so...
Oh, good. The panic will cause on Vatsim if you go on there.
Okay, so before takeoff checklist, cabin crew notified.
Air checks.
External lights, all.
Yeah, I'll get those for you there.
Okay.
Yeah. Checked.
Nose wheel lights to take off.
Yeah.
Anti-ice as required. PAX as required. TCAS, TR/RA.
Okay, it's on.
Weather radar on. Predictive wind shear on.
It's on.
And weather mode as required. And takeoff memo, no blue.
Excellent. We are good.
Okay. And I can see obviously on the takeoff memo you've got cabin check-in blue. Now in the real aircraft, is there a way to take that off? Is there a way to
that's activated by the cabin crew when they have the cabin fully ready.
Yeah.
They press a button there, and that
comes up.
extinguishes the blue memo there. I think this guy should have handed us over to the tower. I'll double check.
This is fully, we're talking to ATC tier full films, so Jerry's handling the radios in the cockpit, flight deck, should I say.
And initial flight flight level 370, KLM 113.
KLM 113, thank you, be back correct and amended to flight level 370.
I think he should have handed us over.
That's fine.
And Easy 143, hold short mic.
Easy 143, I've been trying to contact you. Contact tower 118 at 4625.
18625, Easy 143. Didn't hear him.
Yeah, neither did I.
No worries. Target afternoon, Easy 143, holding short 23 right on mic.
Easy 143, Manchester Tower, good afternoon. Surface wind 200 degrees at 6 knots, via Mike 1, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 23 right, Easy 143. We are good to go.
Okay.
Manchester Tower, it's Ryanair 249, we're established on the ILS, 10 miles out.
Ryanair 249 and Manchester Tower, we'll continue approach 23 right.
Oh, it's getting a bad day out there, isn't it?
It is a bad day out there.
Thank you, continue approach, Ryanair 249.
So your lights are on, your check is complete, you're clear for takeoff.
Okay, clear for takeoff. Wow, this just looks stunning, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
This is all default scenery as well.
It's incredible.
Okay, clear for takeoff.
Stabilize and tow guard. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It'll go. Continue.
Continue.
Mantog SRS, the auto thrust is blue, 100 knots.
100 knots, check.
V1, rotate.
Positive brake.
Climb.
Gear up.
Gear up, yeah.
Wow, can't see anything.
I know. Welcome to IF4 flying.
Dear me. Okay, when would you engage the autopilot?
Anytime now will do.
Clear to land, 23 right, Ryanair 249.
Lever climb.
Easy 143, I'm afraid. Want you to come on 122 is decimal 8.
Lever climb.
So lever climb.
Excellent. SRS Scora track. S plus increasing flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Easy 143, nothing further. 92 Unicom on 122.8. Have a great flight. Happy New Year, sir.
Wow, this is real IFR.
Okay, I'll just give you direct to. I'll just tidy up that box for you a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
A moment.
So we're flying to Guernsey, Simply Monkey. Doug's dead, yeah, proper first officer, but you know, I mean, he's the one with 15,000 hours.
So, not quite.
Awesome.
Getting there though. Okay, I think after we leave Manchester airspace, we'll be on our own on Unicom for a while. Hopefully we get some more ATC en route.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Okay, so we're at 5,000
I'll
feet.
just talk to them now. They'll probably give us a clearance higher if they want to. Other than that, when it's Unicom, we'll go and then do our own thing.
Well, I can't see anything out the window.
No, you're not supposed to. It's a bad day.
Oh, man.
So I'll give you an after takeoff check, right?
Yeah, after takeoff checklist.
Okay, it says landing gear.
Landing gear is up.
The flaps.
Flaps are 0.
The packs.
Packs are on.
APU.
APU is off.
And the barrow reference.
Barrel reference is 1007. Set 1, set twice, and set 3 times.
And that's the after takeoff checklist complete.
After takeoff checklist complete.
Manchester Tower, easy 143, request for the climb.
Easy 143, Martin Unicom 122.8. Have a great flight and Happy New Year.
122.8, you too, easy 143. So that's us being handed over to the big bad world that you don't want to know us anymore. Monitoring Unicom 122.8, changed over. That's a cleared flight level 13310.
Okay, so flight level
310.
310. Sorry. Oh, sorry, there we go. That would help, wouldn't it? 310.
Here's the tip that you got it now. Sometimes what can be done, obviously in the real world, is you could put it 2,000, maybe 3,000 feet up, start the climb, and then continue on dialing the rest in, so you get the climb going. So passing transition.
Okay, so barrow is the standard.
And standard is set. On my side is passing flight level 63 now.
Yeah, 63, 64. Checked. And in terms of the standby, okay, that's gone to standard. Okay,
I didn't think you've seen it.
I was just looking at that. I was just thinking whether you had to program 1013 as if it was like a steam gauge, you know. So
no. That's the thing about that instrument. It's completely on its own. It has its own supply from, say, the air sources on the outside to anything that it uses. So it's completely independent.
I wonder when we're going to break cloud. Did you get the cloud base? I suppose it didn't tell you the top, does it? Chance.
See, Dan, you didn't look at the weather. So we're passing 10,000 feet. So the lights, I'll put them in for you.
Okay.
On my panel. Would you like the seatbelts on or off?
Yeah, seatbelt signs off because I think somebody would probably want the toilet.
Yeah, I'd say at this stage anyway. So on my panel there beside my rangefinder, I'm going to select airport on my side.
Yep.
And maybe put it on your side as well. gives you a good visual as to where you are. Train is off. Standard is set, and we're good to go. We're cruising.
Okay, we're cruising, and it's getting lighter and lighter as we're going up and up. I've just noticed that our dome lights are actually on dim at the moment, so I've just turned that off. Wow, look at this, we're braking.
Yeah. And I think this is where Flight Sim have got this. They've worked on this really well, and they've got this brilliantly perfected since the last one they did many years ago.
It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at that, stunning. Oh, I think that's somebody just using the toilet actually.
Oh.
Blimey. They didn't take long before the seatbelt signs
Straight
went
in.
off. And yeah, that's crazy. Straight in. And then, you know, if we hear it again, then we know that there's a bit of a queue there. And maybe we can work out whether it's a number 1 or a number 2, depending on how long that flushes as well before the door goes. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Normally when the door opens, that'll let you know. That's incredible there, the view there this morning, isn't it?
Oh, it's crazy.
That's how well the real world weather's modelled. You know, it's very good.
It's so. I mean, it just feels right, doesn't it? Absolutely feels right.
Well, what I can tell you from a day to day is that might as well be in the real aircraft as what you can see.
It's crazy. So what's the flight time to Guernsey, Jerry?
Well, from the takeoff it was just over 50 minutes, but we'll see how fast Dan can fly, and he could knock a few minutes off it.
It's absolutely stunning. I mean, if we just look over the MCP panel, I mean, just look at that.
The detail is stunning.
I mean, I can't wait for you to get the Track IR5, to be honest, because you know, looking across,
it really does. It adds that extra element to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I'd love a tea now.
Yes. Do we bing the cabin?
Do you think we'd get any service at this stage?
I don't know.
No, you can ask.
I don't know. We can ask. If there's no answer, then we know what.
Yeah.
They're probably thinking in the back, lazy pilots, go and make your own tea. You've got access to the back. I noticed. Have you ever noticed the button as well on this, so you can have a look at the video of the door? Have you seen that?
No.
Look at that.
Where's that?
So So if you have a look on on the video.
Okay, I'm looking at the YouTube stream.
Yeah, can you see that just change?
1 moment, it's a bit delayed.
Okay.
What am I looking at?
Okay, so that's the video of the camera on the external.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I see what you. Oh, I have got. Do you know what? I can actually look at my own flight deck here. It's just after appearing.
and that's sort of so you press the button next to the door, cockpit lock, and it's got a camera, so we know no one's out the side of the flight deck.
And is that an add-on, or is that the stock?
No, that's standard to fly-by-wire A320.
Right.
Yeah, that's...
Obviously I've never pressed it, so.
I mean, if you press it your side, so it's next to the door lock, obviously, as you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
It's popped in on mine.
Wow. They've really thought of everything, this crowd. I've got a hand at the fly-by-wire. They're actually looking at. Did you see the 380 model that they're looking at now?
Yes.
If this is anything to go by, that is going to be an incredible accommodation?
Well, I think I'll be, obviously as you've got the same setup as me in terms of the throttle quadrants, I'd be really tempted if they do go down that route to buy a second quadrant, throttle quadrant, and basically push it together for the A380 if we ever do an A380 flight, because we'll have our 4 engines, we'll have our flaps and speed brakes just as the A380 has.
I think also, is there a setting at the back of the thrustmaster for engine 1, 2, 3 and 4?
Yes, there is a switch, isn't there?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I've never used that. So
and I think it has been designed like that so that you can say 1 and 2 for the thrust quadrant. If you get a second quadrant, you can actually tie that together like you would with the other components. And then switch to the other to 3 and 4. So you've got then 4 throttle quadrants.
That's
thanks Basky for subscribing on YouTube. I do appreciate it. I saw you in Tesco. Oh blimey! Was I buying a Yazoo or something? That's what usually happens when I go to Tesco. Unless that's somebody else that is saying I saw you in Tesco, I don't know. I don't think anybody's actually. I've got recognised once. Unless they're talking about you, Jerry, in Ireland, going over in Tesco. Do they have Tesco in Ireland?
Yeah, but that'd be very rare because normally the wife does not allow me to do any shopping in case I get it wrong. So that'd be a rare instance,
Oh man.
No, probably not me. I'd say it's you then.
No, I don't know. I saw you in the executive lounge. Definitely not me then. That must be Jerry.
When was this?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe somebody. Maybe the trolling. Can we see outside view? Yeah, let's go and have a look outside. Yeah, we're both in the same plane. Look carefully, you'll be able to see us. Which one's? Who's who? I don't know.
The heavier guy is me.
I don't know. After lockdown, I'm not too sure.
I think we're clear to climb flight level 370 now.
Okay, clear to 370.
I'm just looking at, that's why there's no ATC coverage currently between here and Guernsey, so maybe it'll come online and
maybe
get some.
Do you land the aeroplane or is it a computer? So I mean, we'll have the RLS programmed in for Guernsey, and then we'll probably disconnect as we get close to the runway on final. But we could do a visual approach if it's decent over there.
That will actually. While you're chatting away there, why not look and get your weather and see?
Yeah, let's get the
see what the conditions are like over there. Whoop. I'm pressing switches I shouldn't be pressing. Let me go and get you some weather.
Definitely worth the follow. I love this game. Thanks, Joker3131 over on YouTube. I do appreciate it. Like I say, there's I'm streaming over on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, which is mad. How long is this flight? So from start to finish. The Fact Freak 4 has said, "Do you serve nuts on this flight?" Yes, but we obviously have to be careful of allergies, and it's certainly not something that me and Jerry's going to be served. It's going to be the cabin crew in the back. We have binged them for a cup of tea, but they must be busy in the back there. They haven't answered their calls, or probably think lazy. So we're going to have to get our own drinks in a short while.
Oh, I'm just thinking then, there was one person I was speaking to in an executive lounge. I could be a colleague. You never know.
It could be a colleague, yeah.
Yeah.
You rule, man. Thanks to the Fat Freak. I don't want to use your full name after your sorry, not your full name, your first name at all. After your live stream last night, I did catch a bit of it late, and that guy that was basically calling you all names under the sun. He wasn't very pleasant, I have to admit. Hi Stevie B 6971, welcome back to the stream. What flight level are you cruising at today? Agri Ben has put. So we're at flight level 370, and that's set in the box.
Yep. Okay, you look at it's overcast at 1,200 feet. So if you're doing the ILS in there, I'm gonna take it just wild approximate and say around 4 miles on the ILS. You should be coming visual with it. You might get it before that.
Okay.
Can you do a barrel roll?
Well, I tried, in the Airbus, and it just wouldn't allow me to go past it. So, but there is a way, apparently, of disabling that a little bit, isn't it? So that you get a bit more fluid control.
Yeah, it's something that I wouldn't even go near. Like,
yeah, which is,
you don't even want to know those things. You know?
Yeah, which is understandable. So.
Yeah. Excellent. So just I printed that out. You may have to print it out as well.
Okay. So because it might be the you can print it out and it does initiate it. But if I click to press it, out the printer, rip it out the printer, then it works for me. So yeah. I just think I'm gonna have to do that. Has that actually come up on your side now? I've ripped it off.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to do it that way around, I think.
Okay, so it's I think we're close enough now to probably start at least getting the data in for the line.
Yeah.
Let's have a standby for you.
So we're looking at broken cloud 3,000 feet with scattered clouds at 1,500 feet over at Guernsey. So we could potentially have a visual approach.
Yeah, you might get it'd be the last. Maybe the last. You never know. You never know what. See what happens. We're a bit of luck down.
Reply Aviation, are you flying on VATSIM? Yes, we are flying on VATSIM. Jerry's got the control of that. Who's the first officer on this flight? How many passengers are flying with us today? Was it 90?
72.
72,
I thought it was 72. Yeah.
I think 90 was this thing. So
I think initially we had a full flight, but they all tested positive. So that was it.
How hard is London City to land at? Jerry, have you actually landed at London City in any of your things?
Not in a 320, in a 146.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, in the 146, and that's probably that's the ideal small jet aircraft to be using in there. I think they use now, the BA used the 319 in there now.
Yeah. Dale Visser said clouds are low at the destination ILS ? So we're going to program the box into to have an ILS, and but the clouds, it's got the METAR is saying clouds are going to be sitting at 1,500 feet scattered and 3,000 feet cloud base. So we'll just see. Well, I mean, we'll keep it tuned in. We'll probably disconnect ILS as we get close to the closer on final. James Rogers said, "Hi Dan and your wonderful co-pilot." Yeah, so James, this is Jerry. So James Rogers over on YouTube. That's pilot Northern Ireland over on TikTok.
Oh, James, yes.
And top man, afternoon gents and everyone. I'm not so sure if I said hello. Yeah, so again, thanks for subscribing, Joker 3131 over on the YouTube side. Thanks so much. How are you, Zapovic? I think. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. That quality is better than my future.
Okay, that goes as the top comment.
I like that. Yeah, if I could pin that, I would pin that. That's great. Are you a real pilot? So I'm a private pilot in real life, and Jerry, who's the first officer on the flight deck, is a real Airbus A320 pilot. So for those that are on the YouTube side, I will tag his videos. Just get the what's your tag again, Jerry? Sorry, on the YouTube side.
Real Pilot Sim A320.
Real Pilot Sim A320. And it's underscores for that, is it?
It is indeed. While you're dealing with that, would you like me to be a good guy and set up the approach for you guys in the box?
That would be fantastic. Strangely, it hasn't.
Actually, hey, don't worry about it.
Are you on YouTube at the moment? Would you be able to comment on the YouTube channel, and I can pin and tag you?
Oh, yeah.
Do a flip. So Nick Knack 18, may I ask where you're going to? So we're going to Guernsey as requested. We flew from Manchester. There we go. So I can put the message. Okay, so real Pilot Sim A320. That's who's on the flight deck sharing the cockpit this evening. Where are you now? So, good question. We can update this map.
Oh, that's the hard part.
Okay, so we're actually just left of Cardiff, and we're over Weston-super-Mare. So the Weston-super-Mare is on our left-hand side, but due to the cloud base, we can't see much of that. Sorry, Thanks, Top Man. Had a little bit of lag there, probably due to the onboard Wi-Fi, I'm afraid. It's never great at 37,000 feet. Unless you're en route to JFK. I mean, that Wi-Fi is incredible, actually. It's probably better than my house.
The Cat 1 approach is set up for you.
Fantastic. So estimated time of arrival is 14:22. So we're 20 minutes out then. 20 minutes before we get down.
I'd say in the next 60 seconds will be time to start descending to flight level 100.
Was that the toilet again?
Okay, that's either the night before or the dodgy food is being served. What are you doing?
It's crazy. Can you fly into a storm? We could probably do that. The lag is so bad. Yeah, I think it was just earlier. Hopefully the lag has stopped. I think it was just while everything was happening.
The Lewis raining below the clouds. Hey Dan, I think we're cleared to flight level 100.
Cleared to flight level 100.
I'm trying to improvise for ATC here because there's no coverage on Batsim. Just have a quick peek. Hopefully somebody will jump on and give us some coverage. It's very good. Even last night though, when we filed the flight plan, then the whole sky just lit up and we had full coverage all the way to Düsseldorf. And even with our fuel issue, they were very good. They were very, very good.
It's crazy.
I was going to jinx it and say something like, this is going smooth.
Oh dear. I love the sound of the aircraft, yeah, it's fantastic. Where are you heading? So we're heading to Guernsey. Yeah, Nicholas Jenkins 68 has answered that for us. I mean, it definitely goes a lot quieter when we're in the descent. Yeah, that's for sure.
So what approach are we doing, Dan?
So we'll do a Cat 1 approach because the visibility looks to be clear enough. That's,
yeah, and we're coming in via Bigno, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me just to, while you're concentrating on the flying, I'll give you a quick brief for what we're expecting on the way?
Yeah, sure. Let's get the charts up.
Okay, so let's go to the Bigno arrival.
Okay, Bigno arrival.
Actually, looking at this arrival, it's just very, very straightforward. It's when we get to the point Bigno, you're basically following a radial all the way into VOR.
Yeah.
But air traffic control will pick you up well before you get anywhere near the airport, effect you downwind, then for the finals for runway 27. So we flip to that chart.
Yep.
So if you can just check in the RadNav page that the frequency 108.1, and it should be looking for the ident of India Golf Hotel.
Okay, so
in the RadNav page on the box.
Yeah. Okay, so we haven't got anything programmed in. I don't. Have you got it programmed?
No, but it should automatically on the ILS. It's halfway down on the left hand side.
Okay, got you. Yeah, Indigo Golf Hotel. Got it.
So it does know it's looking for that runway and it's looking for that frequency and it's looking for that ident. Okay, so that's a great start.
Yeah.
If you go back to the flight plan page.
Okay, that's the flight plan page. Yeah.
Yeah, and go to say the second last point on the ILS. There should be an inbound course there of approximately 268 degrees.
Yeah, 268 degrees.
That's perfect. So we know that the information, we don't need to go into full detail. It starts at 2,000 feet at the center fix for 27, so this 2,000 feet should be indicated. 3 degrees down. Your minima is going to be 536 feet decision, which should be in the approach. In the performance approach, and then that's it. If you have to go around, straight ahead to 2,000 feet.
And where are you getting those the cats?
On the plate, if you look down to the bottom left-hand side, you will see decision height, decision altitude is 536 feet, and that's for category A, B, and C aircraft.
Sorry,
we are category C.
I was looking at the star still, so I apologise. Sorry. Category C. Yeah.
Yeah, so category C, if you're a bit bigger like a jumbo jet or 380 or something like that, you'll move up another 1 foot. They add on 1 extra foot for your decision height on that. So what we are required is 550 meters today, in which we have more than that. It says nearly some 10 kilometers there. So with regard to that, it's all good. You can see a little picture there of what to expect just above that across the high intensity approach lighting system and the patties, a little picture. So that's what you're going to see if you were really down on the minimum. And regards to the braking, I would highly suggest medium on the auto brake and let them do it. Let the auto brake do it all the way in. Other than that, Dan, that's all I can say. Go ahead to 2,000 feet if you have to go around.
Absolutely amazing. I say one thing they've got absolutely right with this simulator is you look at the flight deck instruments. And you'll see this on the stream as a bit of a lag. But if I sort of move my head above that, there's like a sort of almost like a sort of a blinding
A sheen. I'm looking at that right now.
It looks absolutely fantastic. You know, that sort of, you know, focus that takes a while for your eyes to sort of adjust out, and camera lens. It just looks fantastic. Really impressed with that.
It is very good. I mean, there's so much thought and detail gone into it's the small things, I think, that makes this. They had all the big things many years ago in the previous version, but stuff like that, and they're like little Easter eggs you find in all the time.
I mean, one of the big asks for Flight Simulator X at the time was having, you know, runways that had slopes on them and dips, because obviously not every runway is just flat. So, and that was a big thing for the sim community. But like you say, they've gone like above that. They've really sort of focused on the effects of the visuals and everything.
It's
fantastic.
Absolutely.
So there we go. We're in EasyJet 143, and you can actually track us on Advanced Sim Radar if you're interested in that side. So if you type in on Google Advanced Sim Radar, you'll be able to see where we are.
The rec is map.vatsim.net. Sorry, map.vatsim.net, and you can pick us up from there.
It's absolutely stunning visuals.
Even the sunlight, the reflections, the shading. I mean, you'd be hard pushed to tell, especially if you had a pint or two, and you'd be hard pushed to tell whether that was real or not, you know?
Definitely, it's crazy. Bring it over.
There you go. Even in the comments, is this a sim? Yeah, it is. It goes to show you.
It's absolutely crazy. Even the engine. I mean, you look at the engine, and what I like about it is you whiz round to the back, and the sound changes.
Yes.
And you can see the heat off those over those engines sort of affecting the image, which is absolutely crazy.
It is.
I mean, look at that. I don't know whether you can get that now, but that. Look at that image distortion due to the engines.
Yeah. And that's it right there. They're the things that they have really thought about.
Definitely, yeah. Nicholas, technology unbelievable, absolutely crazy. So we've so someone's asking. We're back in the flight deck now. Someone's asking how long we got. So we got. 14:23 is the estimated, and
we'll be landing in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes or so.
Okay, I'd say clear descent to 5,000 feet.
Okay, cleared to 5,000.
Just check something in the box. QH 1011.
1011. And we're not below 10,000 just yet, so can we?
You're cleared. You're cleared to an altitude, so you go straight to the QNH.
10. So what was it? 10.
1011.
1011.
Set once.
Okay, set once, set twice, and I don't know if we press it. It's the first time I've actually set this off standard, so that's interesting. 1011, and so set 3 times.
Excellent.
Mr. Colossus over on YouTube, I was just flying from Lisbon to Gibraltar, fantastic. What's a brilliant pilot? You must be talking about Jerry.
No.
Oh dear. It's do you know Jerry's been my secret weapon over the last sort of month or so of progressing. I mean, if you look at my earlier streams, I really didn't have a clue about what I was doing on the Airbus A320, and I was just having a little bit of fun because usually I fly obviously the smaller stuff. I'm a private pilot, Jerry's a commercial A320 pilot, and it was just by fate really that he jumped on the stream and see me trying to battle an A320 into the various airports. Yeah, we are on VATSIM. Can't find you on VATSPY, so it's easy 143. It should be over on there. And we're just we're not far from Guernsey, so you should be able to see us on the VATSPY hopefully.
Dan, can I just ask you, is auto thrust engaged on your panel there?
Auto thrust is engaged on my side.
Okay, it's not. I'm going to press on my side. 1 moment.
But it does say throttle idle though on.
Okay.
On the on the.
That's correct. It should be because we're descending. Now, okay. Is it still engaged on your side?
Yes, still engaged.
Okay, that's perfect. That's okay. It's all sorted. Okay, I'd say take up a heading there at 145.
Heading 145. And for your benefit as well, Jerry, when you do get the track IR, you'll realise that there's a bit of a skill to keeping your head still while you turn the sort of control and knobs, etc. You go slightly off to the left or right, and it takes it sort of doesn't catch the sort of controls correct. Wow, look at these clouds! These clouds. Okay, so we're below 10,000. So you've already got the landing lights on, have you?
Yeah, give the cabin crew a ding.
Ding twice.
And activate the approach phase.
And activate the approach phase.
Would you like an approach check?
Yeah, approach check please.
Cabin crew.
Notified.
Briefing and updates. Exactly right. Your decision height is indicated as 536, and your ECAM status.
ECAM status is normal.
And that's your coach check, isn't it? There's a question there popping in. If someone has mastered flight sim, will they be able to fly a plane in real life? Well, that's something I don't know. I mean,
it's never happened, I suppose.
The flight sim is really good, but it can be so much more complicated, and it is so much more complicated with regards to real life things that happen. From knowledge of doing basics, I mean, this really will give you a basic understanding of what goes on in Airbus.
Yeah, I think, like I say, with what Jerry's saying, even in the, I can only sort of relate to it in terms of the real life smaller aircraft, the GA aircraft, when you find PA-28s and Cessnas. Now the simulators help me hugely, from obviously flying them before getting my license.
Radar heading 155.
155. But when you get into the real aircraft, there's obviously a lot of forces that you feel that you don't feel in a simulator, which could throw you off. There's also, once you're up there in real life, there's a real feeling of that. There's no reset button. That also can obviously, change the way that you feel and handle an aircraft. But I would say that actually familiarity with the controls in the PA-28 and Cessnas, I knew exactly where everything was, and I knew what everything actually done in a Cessna and a PA-28 before I got my license, so that certainly helps.
Yeah.
Look at these clouds, they look fantastic as we're descending.
Just to even add on to that a bit further then, that what we're doing here is basically flying from A to B and having an entertaining session. The other side of it is that the majority of pilot training, especially when it comes to initially learning how to fly a jet for an airline, all that training is done at the start. Your training from there on in, nearly for the rest of your career, is all about dealing with failures and practicing failures and doing
Various failures on the sim on a 6 monthly basis, so that's really where it's at.
There's quite a few examples with the ACPL, isn't there? I mean, there's a lot to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. There is,
And there's that's alive yet, Jerry?
Yeah, we don't know. Would you believe all the controllers who were potentially en route, and most of those have gone. We're not. They're not within our range anymore. There is French airspace has opened up, but it's a bit more to the southeast of us. We're not going to be penetrating that, so unfortunately we won't be getting any more air traffic control. That will light up tonight though. Most of the VATSIM controllers come on in the evening time, you know.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So you're well ahead of the game here, Dan.
Do you know, just having there's a lot less workload having multiple crew. That's the way it should be, like, you know.
That's the way it should be. So we're within 25 nautical miles, so we can actually descend down to platform altitude of 2,000 feet.
Now, Jerry.
Yeah, you can descend to 2,000 feet.
And in terms of obviously in real life with the sims that you use, do you ever practice single pilot operations?
No, not really. There will be a scenario where you may have a pilot incapacitation that will be simulated for about 10-15 minutes. I've found that was more towards the start of the career, when you're only relatively new and getting up to speed with the aircraft. But yeah, it's not something that would need practice every 6 months. The crews that I've ever flown with, every one of them is capable of operating single pilot to bring an aircraft to the ground safely should an incident or the situation require it.
That makes sense. I think that's your name, is it, on the TikTok side as well, real_pilot.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, yeah. I haven't really done much with the TikTok thing, however, I will be doing some of the videos. I did see a comment there it's about 2 minutes ago, but we were busy, about the comparison between X-Plane and Flight Sim. Yes. The Microsoft Flight Simulator is fantastic for the visuals and what we're actually being treated here today with the clouds and weather and that kind of thing. On X-Plane, there is an add-on, the toeless version of the Airbus A321. That simulates the aircraft, I would find, a lot more accurate. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Flebo has done a fantastic job. And the X-Plane version of that will be the toeless version. It gives you also the opportunity to set failures, and you can actually demonstrate the failures, and the ECAM will come up. So I'm going to be doing a few videos on that on the YouTube side of things in the coming weeks.
Okay, so the fuel gauge, so fuel on board, we've got 3.8 tons at the moment. So you see that 3,880 kilograms. So that's our fuel on board. So we're going to Guernsey.
Okay, I have a different number over here.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, no, I understand why. It's one of those takeaways from the sim, you know.
Okay, fair enough.
Excellent.
As long as it doesn't say 300 on yours.
No.
Got some scratches on that window screen. I think that needs replacing.
It does indeed.
Probably make a note.
2,500.
That's checks. Right out is alive.
And do we activate the? So we have. We can assume that we've got clearance to activate the approach button.
Yeah, we don't have ATC, so we're on our own.
Okay, so can we activate it?
Yeah. Well, you're not really close enough yet at the moment.
Okay.
I just hold until you get sort of a turn, which we turn on to an intercept.
Okay, so look at this.
So I take up a heading there, 170.
170. I mean, the clouds are sitting at 2,000 feet, so scattered. So the METAR was pretty accurate. I mean, it said 1,500 scattered, but
well, you're getting so many requests for that barrel roll.
The Airbus won't let us. Could it fail the fuel gauge? Yeah, potentially. I mean,
oh, the fuel gauge can fail. Technically, anything would fail.
Have you ever flew from Luton? I haven't. But have you, Jerry? Have you flown from Luton? No.
Sorry, Dan, can I just ask you for synchronization here? What's the DME that you're getting from the ILS down on the bottom left-hand side of the magenta?
DME, I'm getting 108.10 and 13.7 nautical miles. We've just gone 6.
That's perfect. Okay, pick up a heading there of 190.
190.
And this will be something similar what you'll be getting vectored in. Probably much tighter than what I'm not an air traffic control guy, but they have a great scale of getting you nice and tight and efficient, you know.
Definitely. Thanks for the subscriptions over on YouTube. I can see them all happening, and thanks for tapping that screen over on TikTok and following. Hi to those that are on Twitch. I don't think many are over on that side today, but hi to those.
Okay, so pick up a heading of 210, clear the approach.
210, clear the approach.
Tell me when you want to start configuring.
Okay. Okay, flaps 1.
So check flaps 1. 1 blue.
There's Guernsey. Wow. And flaps 2.
Flaps 2. Lodestar.
Yeah,
And your localizer should be coming alive. A second. And there's the localizer live. I see you're good there now for a few more miles before you put the gear down. Loads of room.
Flaps 3.
We just maybe we just hold on to that just for a little bit there, and when we're getting about 6 miles on the ILS, we might then go for the gear first before the flaps 3.
Okay.
You start getting a few alarms if we go any further. And I'm just thinking, we've got so far.
Oh wow! Look at that. This is Guernsey, everybody. Look at those views. I don't know if you can see that, Jerry, as well. Just on the same aircraft.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm actually sitting on the other side of the aircraft, looking out the other side.
Oh, of course. So you haven't got that much to see on your side, actually.
No. It is spectacular.
Absolutely incredible. So 6 miles is that when you probably sort of bring your gear into play?
Well, in the simulator here, yeah, I'd say 6 miles. We probably, in the real world, you'll probably let it go a little bit longer than that.
Okay. Save fuel.
That's exactly it. question. Who does the co-pilot fly for? An airline.
An airline. That's a great response. Any UFOs? Actually, Jerry, have you seen anything that's a bit suspicious?
Oh, are we talking about in a bar with drink on me, or are we talking about in a cockpit? No, that's not.
UFOs only visit America anyway, have you noticed?
Yeah, we won't go into that then. We'll start a social media debate. So your glide is alive. So that means that you're coming towards capturing the glide slope. That's good. At this point in time, Dan, it's always good back up to arm the second autopilot as well.
Okay, I'm in second autopilot.
Yeah, so if you have one dropped out, the other one can keep going for you.
Sure.
So according to the matter, I was saying about get visual with the runway at about 1,200 feet. So we'll see what happens. 1,200 feet is roughly what I was saying, okay?
Yeah.
May I suggest using auto thrust all the way down to the touchdown?
Yes, that's understandable, yeah.
Because there was a panic yesterday.
Yeah.
So glide slope star, 2 left to missed approach, your motion. And when you want the gear, let me know.
Okay, yeah. Can I have that gear down, please?
3, 2, 1.
And I'm just going to turn the seatbelt signs on.
Sure. And tell me when you're ready for flap 3.
Flap 3.
Right, then it's please
Flap
prepare
3.
for landing.
Tell me when you're moving to flap full.
Looks like we've got a decent headwind.
We do indeed. Yeah, it's going to calm down to about 12 knots.
Wow, look at this. Look at this approach.
Okay, tell me when you're speed check, flaps full, landing check. Says your bar reference.
Set once, set twice, and set 3 times.
Your auto thrust.
Auto thrust is armed.
It's on speed,
Excellent.
and your ECAM memo. Landing no blue.
No blue. Yeah.
Get your landing checklist complete. You are cleared to land. Best of luck. So, what's the excuses today, Dan?
No excuses today.
A short runway, you got to get it down early,
sure,
and
yeah.
I've armed the auto brake for you, so we'll stick our faces to the glass.
So is that medium auto brake?
That's medium auto brake there, yeah. That's the most you can actually arm for a landing.
Okay.
That is incredible view. Look at that.
Fine.
1,000.
And you're stabilized. You're not going to hand fly and give us a laugh?
Okay. Autopilot disconnected.
Excellent.
$500.
Not to make you worry or anything, but that runway looks very short.
It looks very short.
400.
Very, very short. I'm sure
100
the
above.
That's very good. Excellent.
300. Minimum. $200.
Very short.
Yeah, it is. You gotta accept getting it down. No floating.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
And down.
Retard.
10. 5.
Oh my word.
Hey, okay, you're alright, you're alright. Spiders, you're in the...
That was hard landing.
Okay, it's okay. It's alright, you're alright. We're gonna stop 70 knots. So 180 turn you there. Well done.
There we go. Oh,
Yay!
dear. Well, we're down. We're down. Welcome to Guernsey.
Let's get rid of. So I put the flaps all the way up, and the spoilers are the same. So you put your flaps up there as well.
Okay, that's it.
Excellent. Super. That's it.
That was definitely hard landing. I think I just panicked with the floats there, you know.
No. There's names that landed on YouTube, but I'm not going to repeat them.
I don't want any whiplash claims in the back. No. That's for sure. Yeah.
Very good. So let me just tidy up for you here on the after the things. That's super.
Okay, we better contact ground.
Yeah, there's no ground control here, so we're on our own here, you know. So, after landings, spoilers are disarmed, the flaps are retracted, the radar on the PWS is off, the engine mode select is still normal, brake accumulator pressure is checked, and APU is on the way. That's the after landing check is complete. It looks a bit better here than what it was in Manchester, isn't it?
Definitely. I think it's always there's always a panic on when you can see the runway how short. It's like, I'm thinking, oh man, that you just got no chance of getting this.
Yeah.
And I think you'd probably have to put it down positively, even in real life, wouldn't you? Really?
Yeah. You would, all right. You just make sure you hit those markers, and if not, you just go around. You know, it's going around is perfectly normal. Stevie's comment gathered up the contents of the stomach. I know it was not that bad. Not at all.
This is interesting because I don't think they have aircraft this size, do they?
Well, no. I think it's just a turn in on stand and that's it, yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it a little bit further.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Handbrake turned apart.
John Hamilton, well done. Yeah, well, there's some positivity in the comments. Thanks so much.
Yeah. That's great.
Like I said, there's more small aircraft than big aircraft here.
There is indeed.
Okay, parking brake set.
Parking brake set.
And we can turn external power. We can turn the
engines in 1 and 2.
Engines 1 and 2 off.
Yeah. Yeah, continue. Okay.
I need to find the setting to turn that off actually.
Yeah,
but there we go. So that's.
We survived.
That's us. We survived.
I'll just finish off your bits and pieces up here for you then. Well done. Have a look at the tail. See, it's okay.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Well, we did it.
Yeah, we'll see about signs are off. And that's it. Well, thanks for obviously joining the live, and yeah, that's another A to B flight joint cockpit. It's the second time only that we've done this, and if you do want to watch this back and have a bit of a laugh about it, watch it on the YouTube channel. That will be available on the YouTube channel. For those that are watching over on TikTok, once we play this. Yeah, we'll see you again sometime soon. And,
certainly will.
Yeah, can we have another live to be flight tonight? Charles de Gaulle to Cardiff. I think that's pretty cool. Do you know one of the flights that?
Yeah, I know which one you're going to say, Gwen.
Innsbruck.
yeah.
Dan's off mic. Dan's off mic, am I? Am I off mic? Can you hear me?
Can anybody hear Dan?
Can everybody hear me still? I'm just wondering.
Well, I can hear you through the...
I've gone quiet.
He's gone quiet, okay. So basically what he was just saying is that there's been requests for Innsbruck, so you may look into that, but any switches there to put yourself back on, Dan, no?
Yeah, hopefully, so Innsbruck will be one of the key ones that we'd like to do as a joint flight deck. I'm actually out late afternoon today and to sort of night time, so I don't know what time back, but I might be able to go live at some point. Maybe tomorrow if Jerry's available. What date? Actually, hold on, is it New Year's Eve? I've just realised it's New Year's Eve tomorrow.
Yeah.
We won't be doing that on New Year's Eve. But I'm sure we'll be back again on a multi-crew. It's been absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's been great to try this technology out where we can, share flight deck responsibilities.
Adds another dimension to it.
It does. It's been great, and for those that obviously want to give Jerry a follow, then I've sort of tagged or pinned his comment on YouTube. If you want to hop over to YouTube and have a look at that. So Real Pilot Sim A320 is his tag. So thanks for the follows, thanks for the shares, and you still got people in the back. They're getting quite noisy, I think. All right, well, we're going to end the stream now. Thanks so much again, and I'll speak to you soon.